Your worship.
Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. Inquisitor.
We have to reach the Empress before Corypheus. The only question is, how?
We know how. I have our way in. The real question is, where is our enemy hiding? At the urging of Grand Duchess Florian, the Empress is holding a ball. Absolutely every... During the festivities, Celine will be meeting for a peace talk.
The assassin must be hiding within one of these factions.
We shouldn't wait. The political situation in Halam Shiral hangs by a thread. The Empress fears our presence could sever it. The Grand Duke is only too happy to have us at the ball as his guests, so our invitation comes from him. Whether we act as his...
Inquisitor Trevelyan, we meet at last. I've heard so much about you. The rumors coming out of the Western... Imagine what the Inquisition could accomplish with the full support of the rightful Emperor of Orlais.
I can see many benefits.
Keep the image firmly. I am not a man who forgets his friends. My lady, are you prepared to shock the court by walking into the Grand Ball with a hateful... They will be telling stories of this into the next age.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Duke Gaspard. I look forward...
As do I, my friend. The If you have the safety of the Orlesian people at heart, Inquisitor, perhaps you will look in... This elven woman, Briala, I suspect that she intends to disrupt. My people have found these ambassadors all over the fortifications. Sabotage seems the least of their crimes.
That sounds...
I detest the game, but if we do not play it, we're keeping the court.
Is that the Inquisitor?
What? Emartia? Don't be absurd.
One of the Trevellians, I've heard.
Pardon me, my lady. Have you seen a ring anywhere? It was a gift from the Countess Montbelliard, enchanted by the Fomari. I cannot go into the ball without it.
Is this ring...
It's worth in coin. It was a gift from a member of the Council of... She will never forgive me. Not even if I live to be 1,000 years old.
That's a terrible...
If the Countess finds... Should you happen upon it, I beg you, let me know. Maker, what am I going to do if I cannot find my ring?
Is this the ring you are looking for?
You are a treasure! I cannot believe you found it. You have saved me. Enjoy the party.
I hardly believe Gaspard and Celine are in the same room.
From Duchess Florian must have worked a miracle to get her here.
Is that the Inquisitor?
A martyr? The Maker has an odd sense of humor. Where has that servant gone? Elle. Always shirking their duties. Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the faith by Andraste?
Inquisitor, a moment, if you please. I'm sure you know how to handle most nobility, but the game, it is no simple matter of etiquette and protocol. Every word, every gesture is measured and evaluated.
Don't they sound delightful?
The game is like wicked grace played to the death. When you meet the Empress, the eyes of the entire you are safer in the Fade with the Fear Demon.
It might be a good... Especially Sarah. Maybe tell her twice.
I'll have a few discreet words. Everything will be fine. Andraste, watch over us all.
I heard the Grand Duke invites the Inquisition here.
It will take some time to get our men into the palace. I'll alert you when we're ready.
The sooner we go in, the sooner we can get this over with.
If nothing else, the Inquisition...
How
backed
could the
by
Empress
Gaspard
afford to
makes it
renovate the
done.
palace without
You
war
know how
going
right
on?
it is. I heard that it wasn't renovations at all. Damaged by Gaspard.
Interesting. Boring.
I wish there was more news coming from the...
Good to know.
Gaspar never struck me as pious. You must think he gained some military advantage with the Inquisition.
Well, that's useful.
Is there any progress on the Helmi expedition to Angkor?
Our stays remain steadfast. All attempts to get into the tide.
How long can Orzammar hold out with trade disrupted?
We have reserves of food supplies to last a few months, but the king wants trade resumed before panic starts.
What is Gaspar up? It wouldn't surprise me if it were invisible years.
Why are there so many elves here?
The Empress invited them. Be polite.
And now presenting Grand Duke Gaspard de Chalon, and accompanying him, Lady Inquisitor Trevelyan, daughter of Ban Trevelyan of Ostwick. Vanquisher of the rebel mages of Ferelden, crusher of the vile apostates of the Mage Underground.
He is so full of it. That's not how it went.
Champion of the Blessed Andraste herself.
Did you see their faces? Priceless.
Accompanying the Inquisitor, Seeker, Cassandra, Allegra, Portia, Calogera, Philomena.
Get on with it.
Pantagast, 14th cousin to the King of Navarra, 9 times removed.
Cousin, my dear sister.
Grand Duke, we are always honored when your presence graces our court.
Don't waste my time with pleasantries, Celine. We have business to conclude.
We will meet for the negotiations after we have seen to our other guests.
Inquisitor?
Lady Inquisitor, we welcome you to the Winter Palace. Allow us to present our cousin, the Grand Duchess of Leeds, without whom this gathering would never have been possible.
What an unexpected pleasure. I was not aware the Inquisition would be part of our festivities. We will certainly speak later, Inquisitor.
Your arrival at court is like a cool wind on a summer's day.
I am delighted to be here, Your Majesty.
We have heard much of your exploits, Inquisitor. They have made grand tales for long evenings. How do you find Halam Shiral?
I've never seen anything to equal the Winter Palace.
We hope you will find time to take in some of its beauties. Feel free to enjoy the pleasures of the ballroom, Inquisitor. We look forward to watching you dance.
Inquisitor, a word when you have a moment.
Tell me, Yvette, how are Mama and Papa? Are they in good health? Do they want for anything?
Can you believe
Papa's
the
perfectly
Inquisition
happy
filled
in
its
his
ranks
freedom.
with... At the
Father is the same as always.
I mean,
Josephine! Oh, Josephine! Is this her?
Inquisitor, please allow me to present to you my younger sister, Yvette Gabriella Montillier.
There can never be too many Lady Montilliers in Thedas, can there?
Inquisitor, I've heard so much about... Josephine writes... Is it true? Rebel mages in Redcliffe.
Where did you hear such nonsense?
Everyone in Antiva says so. Is it true?
Those stories are...
Oh, how dull Redcliffe must have been then.
Which power should the Inquisition throw its weight behind?
Celine has held the throne successfully for years. I see no profit in out. Gaspard has run military campaigns, but never a kingdom. His transition would be, let us say, chaotic.
Tell me about yourself, Lady Yvette. This is the first time...
She would forget to mention the artists. I've been studying painting under Antiva's royal... You should be proud, Josie. I'm going to be exhibiting my work next season in the...
Have you actually sat down?
I must wait for my...
And I must wait for your tutor's bills.
Enjoying the book?
I see men. The dancing is so dull, your worship.
Yvette.
Sorry, Josie.
Go on, Josephine.
Half Royal must be empty. So many of the Empire's finest are in attendance. They've noticed the Empress paying you special attention, but they don't. This uncertainty won't last long, I'm afraid.
This may be my only chance to hear about...
Oh, yes. I should...
Yvette.
Fine.
No. Absolutely.
She still plays with her doll collection.
Yvette. That's...
Which power should the...
Celine has... Gaspard has run military camp...
I'll see...
Another...
What were they doing in the western approach? It's a wasteland.
I heard Celine was having the entire wing redecorated.
Crotchrup.
But the timing
Beats his squire. He's a
Why
she.
would she do such a thing
As a
now?
bastard.
Extra toes. What a fun, close marrying crowd.
Think I can get you to...
Me on their precious tiles. Besides, I don't. That's not me, yeah? Couldn't be me.
Making any new...
Not likely. I'm watching... They're all glances and titters. Not sure if they're allowed to like you yet.
Any thoughts on who we're investigating?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff with Gaspard. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. So, they're all lying, but Celine's nice to look at. Good thing we're here to save her neck.
Any hidden treasures?
You mean, do any of the servants ferrying tarts between these? I'm not saying yes, but... Wait, yes I am. There's some good stuff hid...
Back soon.
Not go... Is this it? Just looking at each other and... what? I'm waiting for the party to start. Not going anywhere.
Get these pastries out to the diplomats.
The Duchess has asked for too many.
And here we
I
are.
can't carry them all.
You haven't embarrassed yourself as much as I feared. Well done, my dear.
I've always wondered, what's the Orlesian fascination?
We all wear masks, my dear, not just the people. Who you are as a daughter, a lover, a friend, are very different people from the Orlesians codify. By giving each of these selves its own separate face, they believe they can be their truest selves.
Anything happen?
Cole is behaving even more oddly than usual. Someone should keep an eye on him. This is the game, Inquisitor. Of course I enjoy it. If I didn't, I'd be dead.
Any words of wisdom for now?
Speak to the Council. 6 of them are here tonight. His absence will complicate the negotiations. The Council are the highest-ranking players of the game. They see everything. They might know something we can...
Tell me, Vivienne.
What I want is irrelevant, darling. Orlais requires stability, and that is best served by
Be ready to act when...
Always.
Laurent was the love of my... Perhaps we can speak later, Inquisitor. I still remember the day they came to tell me that my second husband...
I had hoped to
You're
tour
so
the Royal Wing.
Inquisitor, the sooner we track down this infiltrator, the better.
Do you have any...
Orlesian social events don't... There are a few here we can trust. Be careful. I don't know, but they won't leave me alone.
I take it...
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to the company.
Who do you think...
Gaspard's claim to the throne is fair. Orlais needs someone capable of responding to the crisis at hand. A military-minded leader seems the best option.
Have you...
I'll let you know at once if I do.
We'll talk...
I await.
Is that her?
The only one to survive the Temple of Sacred Ashes, yes.
Are you happy to see me at all, Josie?
Not since his regiment. Is it true the Inquisitor was headed out of the faith by Andraste? So, that was Andraste's herald?
The Maker certainly didn't choose her for her wit.
Good. I was hoping I would catch you. What did the Duke say? He points the finger at Ambassador Briala.
The ambassador is up to something, but she can't be our focus. The best place to strike at Celine is from her side. Empress Celine is fascinated by mysticism, foreseeing the future, speaking with the dead, that sort of rubbish. She has an occult advisor, an apostate who charmed the Empress and key members of the court as if by magic. I've had dealings with her in the past. She is ruthless and capable of anything.
How can Celine openly keep an apostate in the Imperial Court?
The Imperial Court has always had an official position for a mage. Before now, it was little better than court jester. Vivian was the first to turn that appointment into a source of real political power. When the circles rebelled, technically every mage became an apostate. The word lost much of its strength.
That sounds exactly like the person we're looking for.
She's worth investigating. Can't be sure of anything here. Both leads point toward the guest wing. It's a promising place to start. I'll coordinate with our spies to see if I can find anything better. I will be in the ballroom if you need me.
This ball is a waste of time. Like, let's find the Venatori collaborator and get out of here.
Have you witnessed it?
Nothing yet. I will let you know. Orlesians pretend that... Yes, let us treat murder corrupt. We are here to save Empress Celine, and it galls me. Why does she merit our protection? The Empire would be better off without her. Gaspard is the leader Orlais needs in this crisis.
You support the Civil War?
Of course not. Chaos is what Were it up to me, however, I would let Celine fall and he would see the true threat, not spend his time throwing balls and writing letters.
Stay alert.
I'll be watching for trouble.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Interesting.
Leave us.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else. The package is in the guest wing. Upper room.
The one of the garden. Statuette.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
The last two people we sent to the servants' quarters have...
Interesting. Interesting. Good to know.
Gaspard is wasting his time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
He should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
You don't want to be here, stranger.
He hasn't made the pickup. It's been hours.
He went into the servants' wing. Nobody's come out of there all night.
I'll tell Briala we have a situation.
Interesting.
Did you hear what Gaspard said to Duke Germain? His own uncle.
Germain bore his nephew's spite better than the rest of the council. Did you see that panicked attaché?
This way is closed. Please, use the main entrance to the ballroom.
I should look around. Well, well. What's this?
Philippe should have returned hours ago, dallying with some serving girl while I deal with Gaspard's betrayal.
Awfully selfish of this filly.
I've half a mind to inform the Dowager. That would teach him to shirk his duty tonight of all nights, leaving me to convey Gaspard's death threats to the Council. Thank you for listening to me rant.
My lady! My lady Inquisitor!
May we have a word? It is very important.
The Empress has sent us with a message for you.
How can I be certain this mess...
We three wear the masks of House Valmont.
They signify that we are public faces of the Empress.
They are also extremely fashionable.
I'm always honored.
Oh, she is the honored one.
Empress Celine is eager to assist the Herald of Andrade.
She will pledge her full support to the Inquisition as soon as the usurper Gaspard is defeated.
Let me guess. All she wants in return is for...
Oh, this is not...
The support of the Empress is not conditional. It will be yours once the negotiation...
The Empress is the most skilled diplomat in Thedas. Gaspard is hopeless.
But we have taken enough of your time.
Please, enjoy the masquerade.
Interesting. Waste of time.
Well, well. Here as a guest of my nephew, no less. How curious.
I didn't know the Grand Duke was your nephew.
He's my brother's eldest boy. Always a difficult child. He was raised a prince. All his life we told him. What else should he do with his life if not fight for his destiny? My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like him.
What can you
If you are hoping for insight, It's war. It is brutal.
Another time.
Just gossip.
This is a private conversation.
Did you need something?
Just gossip.
I
didn't expect the Inquisitor to be so delightful. Are all the Delancey's here?
Make!
Good to know.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
It's been too long since I've had any word from Valoyo.
Where has that servant gone? Elves, always shirking their duties.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the faith by Andraste?
You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You must be mistaken.
No, I'm quite certain it was blood on the tiles.
If they're playing the game, they're not doing it very well. You don't leave evidence if you play to win.
With Gaspard and that elf woman here, the only one playing to win is Celine.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faith.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour.
Did you need something?
Are all the Delancey's?
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Is it true the Inquisitor was handed out of the faith by Andraste?
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the Empire.
Even you cannot deny that the Templars abandoned the faithful in their darkest hour. How can you
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those Maleficarum are causing across the...
That's the bell. I should get back to the ballroom.
You only say that because you fancy the Empress's pet apostate. It sickens me to think of the chaos those...
Gaspard is waiting. In his time, nothing he does could win over the Council of Heralds now.
You should have considered that before threatening to burn them all in their homes.
That would be the second bell. Fashionably late now. Third bell. Crap. Now I'm just plain late.
Well, well. What have we here? The leader of the new Inquisition, fabled herald of the faith. Delivered from the grasp of the Fade by the hand of blessed Andraste herself. What could bring such an exalted creature here to the Imperial Court, I wonder? Do even you know?
If you want something, say it.
I am Morrigan. Some call me advisor to Empress Celine on matters of the arcane. You have been very busy this evening, hunting in every dark corner of the palace. Perhaps you and I hunt the same prey.
I don't know. Do we?
You are being coy.
I'm being careful.
Not unwise, here of all places. Allow me to speak first, then. Recently I found and killed an unwelcome guest within these very halls. An agent of Tevinter. So I offer you this, Inquisitor. A key found on the Tevinter's body. Where it leads, I cannot say. Yet if Celine is in danger, I cannot leave her side long enough to search. You can.
You left Celine alone?
I must return to her anon, but it would be a great fool who strikes at her in public in front of all her court and the Imperial Guard.
What's your interest in...
Do I seem a bodyguard to you? If anything were to happen to Celine, eyes would turn first to her occult advisor. Even... There are sharks in the water, and I will not fall prey to them. Not now, not ever.
Why did you kill the agent?
I would not have slain the man on sight had he not... Why? Undoubtedly, I caught him in an illicit act. I did not know from whence he came. What intentions the Imperium has here, I suspect you know far better than I.
If you truly...
I already told you. Proceed with caution, Inquisitor. Enemies about. What comes next?
I'm so glad Maman did not want to attend. She always ruins everything.
Not as much as...
Ezio Valisti of the House of Valisti in Antiva.
Is this it? Just looking at each other and what? I'm waiting for the party to start.
Any thought?
The Empress is pretty. Elves, elves, elves. But it's really a pissing match with an old lover. Not going anywhere.
I have an idea, Josephine. You should get with the Empress and invite that elf woman.
The game.
My friend!
Celine has something to
If you're as delighted by the court as I am, there's a decanter of port.
I'd like to...
All of Orlais knows my story. But you, the heart of it is simple. But my cousin, Celine, is a politician, while I am a man. They gave the crown to her. And while it looks fetching on her, I intend...
What's your claim?
The 100 Days cough swept Val Royer. There are only 3 living grandchildren of Emperor Judicael I. Myself, my sister Floriane, and Celine. And I am the eldest, by rights.
If you're the rightful...
I am the oldest, but I lack the Valmont name. My mother was the late Emperor's sister. Celine is a Valmont. Her honored father was my mother's brother. When there is any doubt surrounding the line of succession, Celine outplayed me, forming alliances on the council for support. So they passed over me in her favor.
Just what are you claiming?
If Celine loses her head, I want my empire. I do not wish harm on my cousin, but I would not weep at her demise.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about you, in fact. Want to tell me why you were threatening the members?
The language of politics, Inquisitor. If you cannot bribe, most of the council are Celine's lapdogs. There was little chance I could win their support.
Want to tell me why you...
The language of... Most of the council are Celine's lapdogs. There was little chance I could win their support any other way.
I have a question about the peace talks. You didn't extend this invitation.
As you might have guessed, if the nobles believe the Inquisition supports me, and I take joy in watching the scandalized...
What can you tell me about Celine and...
Brianna may be called ambassador. She works towards some hidden agenda. Elves have no claim. Celine is a skilled player in the game. But the game is a farce. I will prove that a few hundred chevaliers...
What will be going...
We will whittle one. Celine will talk circles around us. That elf will glower and cast... Somehow, by the time they stop serving drinks, our war will be ended.
What's
If we're lucky, I cannot abide the Give me a back. When I am emperor, the nobles may not like it, but after a few lose their head... Another...
Inquisitor, to what do we owe this honor?
We will be happy to...
Her Imperial Majesty is unfortunately occupied at present.
If the evening ends favorably for the Empress...
Her Imperial Majesty brings the might of the
She is also a respected diplomat and world leader.
She throws the best parties.
Perhaps you could tell me something then. We haven't been
How?
Milady Inquisitor.
And Lady Colombe.
And of course, Lady Fleur. I'd like to know more.
Her Majesty has held the throne.
She is respected and beloved.
She doesn't care much for liver, and she drinks her tea black.
I'd like to know more about the negotiations. It seems
The nobility must do things very...
By Orlesian tradition, moments
while joyous occasion.
We must never forget that life is...
The ball is an opportunity to celebrate life and hope for the future.
What can you tell me about...
Gaspard is a decorated general, much beloved by the...
He is better suited to the battlefield than the throne, and he would gladly
He's also fin.
Lady Briala has great intentions to change the...
Even if her plans could never work, and...
She is an idealist, but her lack of patience...
What is the Empress?
Peace is her only...
Gaspard and Briala are driven by personal ambitions, but those desires...
The war must end tonight. We must conclude this to deal with the larger crisis.
My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. He's made a lot of threats.
The Grand Duke is all talk.
Very loud talk.
He has never had any skill at the game.
My investigations turned up some... It concerns Ambassador Briala. She killed ambassadors from both Celine and Gaspard.
How dis...
After the Empress extend...
She's better at the game than we thought.
Her people have infiltrated...
This is extreme.
She could be spying.
How exciting!
My investigations turned up something interesting.
Until next...
Dude, enjoy...
Is there something we may do for you?
We are here to assist.
We will speak to the Empress on your behalf.
If the evening ends favorably...
Her Imperial Majesty.
She is also a respected diplomat
and she throws the best parties.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. Slumming. You haven't dazzled the court this evening. What brings you to me?
I want to know more about the peace talks. What can you tell me about Celine?
Gaspard is a warmonger. He served in the war against Ferelden and he's a simple man. Celine is the voice of reason in the Empire. But reason is cautious. However sorely it may be needed.
I want to know more about the peace talks. I had a
I'm an elf, Inquisitor. I'm good at what I do. That's all that matters. I will help my people no matter the
I've been told you...
I didn't take you. I suppose your spies have already briefed you, so there's no point in pretending. But we've gone our separate ways now. Empress Celine and I have... There was a time when I put my spies at her. We had a falling out. Now we are negotiating to determine whether I return to her side in the war.
I'm surprised you did...
I know it. Few harbor more resentment against Celine than I. But if she died after inviting me here? An elf assassinating the Empress? Alienages across Orlais, across all Thedas, would be purged. That cannot happen.
You might be interested in what I found. It's about Gaspard. He's been threatening...
Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code. Typical. Gaspard's always been a bully, regardless of the Chevalier Code.
You might be interested in what I found.
Another time, Inquisitor.
You have such beautiful hair, Commander. Thank you.
Look at Lady Cambien's slippers. Trimmed with pearls. And emeralds. And those buckles. Toss her into the lake and she'll sink right to the bottom. There's a Tevinter assassin on the... Everyone needs a hobby. Gold and jewels on a dancing slipper. She is unconcerned. But Lady Cambien's family has recently lost most of its holdings. So, how did Cambiano... These are all useful questions, no? You're different here than in Sky. This is Halam Shiral, Inquisitor. Of course, everyone is... I learned this very young. All this? The smile. For some of us, it has become so familiar that the...
Who do you think the...
What we need most of all is a stable Olay, either Celine or Gaspar. I found this out. Very interesting. A little more dirt like... If you find more, let me know. Oh yes. But no sign of a Tevinter infiltrator, I'm afraid. I always am.
My third husband, Pierre, lost his life to Rosalia. I swore off married forever. Lady Inquisitor.
I'd like your opinion of...
It's doomed to fade. At least it should be amusing.
Have you
Too few Imperial guards stand in attendance, my dear. A shame. They are so...
Good evening, milady.
Don't worry so much, my dear. I'll be ready when the time comes to strike. Watch your... Inquisitor. Remember, everyone here wants you dead.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again.
Could be worth checking out.
Caught in the middle of this crap. What fully qualified arsehole stops to kill a cook?
They always kill the servants first, my dear. Otherwise they could run and warn some.
Oh, sure, reasonable, innit? Friggin' garbage.
Must be the elves Briala's people are looking for.
Whoever did this ought to be down here somewhere.
Shall we have a look around?
This was no servant. What was he doing here?
This man was a council of Herald's emissary. Curious to find him here.
The crest of the Chalon family. Duke Gaspard will answer for this.
Time to have a word with the Duke.
No! No!
Venatori agents! That must be the Venatori leader. The Venatori were watching this approach. They're organized.
An elven locket, stored away in a palace safe. Unwise, Celine.
Fancy meeting you here. Shouldn't you be dancing, Inquisitor? What will the nobility say?
Ambassador,
Your reputation for getting results. You cleaned this place out. Will take a month to get all the Tevinter blood off. I came down to save or avenge my missing people. So, the Council of Herald's emissary in the courtyard. That's not your work, is it?
Gaspard killed him, I think.
I knew it. I knew he was smuggling his chevaliers. But killing a council emissary? Those are desperate acts. Gaspard must be planning to strike tonight.
The Empress
You can try to warn her. I misjudged you, Inquisitor. What could you do with an army of elven spies at your disposal? You should think of...
You know how to make
I do. I know which way the wind is blowing. And if you happen to lean a little bit...
More politics and double-dealing. Is there anyone here who is not corrupt?
It's the game, my dear. Everyone plays it here.
in your debt, Inquisitor.
We are not serving drinks. Bother someone else.
Is it true what they say? We heard stories of your accomplishments.
Some of...
I don't... Not everyone fights an archdemon and lives to tell. It's an inspiration.
If you'd like, Commander Cullen could...
Really?
You'd only be...
Philippe, the world is coming to an end.
You're right.
Might be something here. Better take a closer look.
Are we ready to move out? I'll be watching for trouble. The sooner we leave this place, the better.
You must admit, the work done in Cumberland is revolutionary.
I have yet to see the device. The ambassador.
Celine prevails tonight, Gaspard will ruin us all.
Interesting.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
His time. Nothing he does could win over the Council of Heroes.
Burn them all in their homes.
Good evening, Inquisitor.
Inquisitor, are you... I am Lady Marcelette, court historian to...
What exactly?
I am responsible for the historic...
Are you here?
Oh, yes! This is a momentous occasion. Even if, Maker forbid, the talks should fail.
Good evening.
Another...
How does things look out there?
How many are
negotiations
inside the
over
house now?
Both the Empress and the Grand Duke are angry. This can't be good.
Her Grace's Chamberlain has disappeared as usual.
Did you hear what Gaspard said?
This door is sealed for the evening. Please.
Interesting. Just gossip.
I am not talking to you until we get home.
Fine by me.
Boring.
Yes?
Have you noticed?
My niece Florian hasn't spoken to me all evening. That's not like her.
Another time, my lord.
Boring.
What's the situation?
There was an incident.
We are not serving drinks. Order someone else.
Inquisitor Trevelyan. We met briefly. I am Grand Duchess Floriane de Chalon. Welcome to my party.
Is there something I can do?
Indeed, I believe tonight you and I are both... Come, dance with me. Spies will not hear us on the dance floor.
I'm already...
Your lover has nothing to fear. You are from the Free Marches, are you not? How much do you know about our little war?
It doesn't matter where you're from, Your Grace. Everyone knows.
I often forget.
It took great effort to arrange tonight's negotiations. Yet one party would use this occasion for blackest treason. The security of the Empire is at stake. Neither one of us wishes to see it fall.
I think I can agree.
Then you have lifted a terrible burden from my... The world is filled with doubt and uncertainty. Fear rules more... I know you arrived here as a guest of my brother Gaspard, and have been everywhere in the palace. You are a curiosity to many, Inquisitor, and a matter of concern to some.
Am I the curiosity or the...
A little of both. This evening is of great... Do you even yet know who is friend and who is foe? Who in the court can be trusted?
I only trust the Inquisition. It's every woman for herself here in...
In the Winter Palace, everyone is alone. It cannot have escaped your notice that certain parties are engaged in dangerous machinations tonight.
If you know some...
You have little time. The attack will come soon. You must stop Gaspard before he strikes. In the Royal Wing Garden, you will find the captain of my brother's mercenaries. He knows all Gaspard's secrets. I'm sure you can persuade him to be forthcoming.
We'll see what the night has in store, won't we?
You'll be the talk of the court for months. We should take you dancing more often.
The Duchess had some interesting...
Of that?
Were you dancing with Duchess Florian?
More importantly, what happened in the servants' quarters? I heard there was fighting.
I hope you have good news. It appears the peace talks are crumbling.
The Grand Duchess told me there's proof Gaspard is in league.
She offered up her own brother?
Then, the attack on the Empress...
Warning Celine is pointless. She needs these talks to succeed. Then perhaps we should let her die.
I like where this is going.
I don't. What Corypheus wants is chaos, even with Celine alive. To foil his plan, the Empire must remain strong.
And it doesn't need to be Celine.
Do you realize? Sometimes the best path is not the easiest one.
You're asking me to
More than that, whoever...
You cannot stop Corypheus without a decision.
Then we should support Celine. She is the rightful ruler.
Because she led Orlais to this point. I say Gaspard, provided his sister is wrong about him.
I would suggest Briala. She could bring
This is, however, your decision, Inquisitor, not ours.
I can't
You must.
You could speak to Celine in the ballroom, but she won't act.
If Gaspard is guilty, he'll admit nothing. If he...
What did Duchess Florian tell you?
She said Gaspard's mercenary captain is in the Royal Wing, that he knows about the assassination.
Or a lead.
Then get me access. And
At once.
Is this it? Just looking at each other and what?
Any thought?
The Empress is pretty. It'd be fun to drink and kill stuff. Not going anywhere.
Inquisitor? Is it my imagination? Or are there more Inquisition honor guards now than there
Lady Nightingale makes me nervous.
How do things look out there? Are the negotiations over yet?
Maximilian swept me off my feet.
Mistress Nightingale, what a pleasure to see you again.
My age.
So many crimes of fashion.
I found the thing.
Inquisitor, was there something you needed?
You've attracted...
I don't know. They won't leave me alone.
I take it.
At this point, the headache I'm developing is preferable to...
What's up?
Assuming the claims against Gaspard are false, but if it means Celine's death, can we make...
Briala.
One that only complicates matters further. I await your signal.
there some...
We do... We will speak to the Empress on your behalf. I made a fascinating... Oh dear.
That is very interesting.
I'll get Her Majesty.
Inquisitor, I regret that we did not have time to speak earlier. No doubt you have questions about many things.
The locket I found. It was a gift from Briala, wasn't it?
She gave it to me for my coronation. I don't know why I kept it. It was a foolish thing to do.
What made the two of you part ways?
She wanted change, and she thought I should deliver it. My word is law, Inquisitor, but laws don't command people's hearts. Culture does not transform itself overnight. I failed her. I should have dared more. But the past, like so many things...
Maybe you kept it.
Perhaps I do. But I can't dispose of the locket however you like. It means nothing.
Is there some...
We do so... We will speak to the Empress on your behalf. My investigations turned up something interesting. It concerns the Grand Duke. I found... His own sister told me that he intends to assassinate the Empress tonight.
Are you quite certain of this?
That would be...
There must be...
Do you have proof of this?
You must find proof so she can arrest Gaspard. She would never call off me.
I intercepted orders to his general to...
How could he behave?
He would attack the Emperor.
I thought there were more handsome chevaliers on the dance floor than there should be.
Until next time, Inquisitor.
Do take care.
Enjoy the masquerade.
We meet again. Given any thought to what I said?
I found an elven...
Let me see. She kept this. What was she thinking? If Gaspard had found this, it would have ruined her.
So?
It was my mother's. Carved from... She held on to it.
You might be interested in what I found. It's about you, actually. I found the drop point, Briala. I know your people.
Of course they are. I'd be a poor spy master if I didn't have spies, Inquisitor.
You murdered
In Orlesian politics, if that shocked you, wait until Celine shows her hand.
You might be interested in what I... It's about Gaspard.
He's typical. Gaspard's all...
I found orders issued to...
My people report it's a foolish move if he doesn't succeed.
You think Gaspard was behind the...
Gaspard is ruthless. He wants the throne, but if you intend to stop him, you'll need... Celine will never end the talks until she has no other choice. Another time, Inquisitor.
We can only hope Celine prevails tonight. Gaspard will ruin us all.
Are all the Delancey's here?
Maker, I hope not.
It is always good to see you, my friend. You seem better at making friends among the nobility than I. Well done.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about Briala. She's killed ambassadors.
You can prove this. What is she trying to accomplish?
She's killed...
You can... What is she trying to accomplish?
She's got people hid...
I suspect she's a difficult adversary to predict. There's no telling what move she intends to make.
I discovered something you might be interested in. It's about Celine. She had an elven...
Briala's, no doubt. Was that sent? Not quite damning enough for a scandal. but such a trinket could be useful leverage against one or...
It's about you, in fact. Want to tell me what?
The language of most of the council are Celine's lap.
I have the orders issued.
Of course I did. Though I would be disappointed in Celine if... And while we rarely agree on anything...
There's a council of her...
No. Who would try to pin such a crime on me? The elf? It seems up. Another time, friend.
Where has that servant
Inquisitor?
gone? Elves. Where has that servant gone? Elves. Always shirking their duties.
Did I see you talking to Duke Cyril de Montfort?
Was merely being polite. Unlike some people.
Don't give me that. I've seen the way he looks at you.
Just gossip.
Room after room, and for what? Ruffle storage? Real useful.
Hello? Is anyone there? Somebody? Anybody?
Stay back!
Oh, thank you.
Are you all right?
I don't think I'm hurt. No one's supposed to be here. Briala said... Oh, I shouldn't have trusted her.
Briala told you.
Not personally. The ambassador can't be seen talking to the... We get coded messages at certain locations, but the order came from her. She's been watching the Grand Duke all night. No surprise she wanted someone to search his sister's room.
Is there anyone else who knows the code and the...
I don't know. Any of us could do it, but... No.
So this room belongs to Grand Duchess Floriane?
It used to. This had been... But this part of the palace was damaged, and the royal family moved to the guest wing.
What were you trying to find in
The message didn't say. I should have known it was a...
This wing is...
Easy. The door was unlocked. One of the others probably handled it.
If there's a reason you distrust...
I knew her. Before. When she was Celine's pet. Now she wants to play Revolution, but I remember. She was sleeping with the Empress who purged our alienage.
would you be willing...
Absolutely. If the Inquisition will protect me, I'll tell you everything I know about our...
Knew it. I did.
Go to the ballroom. Find Commander Cullen.
Thank you.
What's this then? Swapping all the gold leaf with diamonds, I bet.
Inquisitor, what a pleasure. I wasn't certain you'd attend. You're such a challenge to read. I had no idea if you'd taken my bait.
Spare me the repartee and tell me...
Such manners. Did they raise you in a sty? It was kind of you to walk into my trap so willingly. Corypheus insisted that the Empress die tonight, and I would hate to disappoint him.
Why kill the Empress? What does Corypheus want to achieve?
Celine's death is a stepping stone. Corypheus will enter the Black City, and we will cast down your useless maker and usher in a united world, guided by the hand.
You're Orlesian royalty. Why would you help Corypheus?
You think so small, Inquisitor. Why settle for an... I admit, I will relish the look on Gaspard's face when he realizes I've outplayed him. He always was a sore loser.
What exactly is in this for you?
The what? I'll deliver the entire south of Thedas, and Corypheus... When he has ascended to godhood, I will rule all Thedas in his name.
You don't have to go through with this.
Oh, my dear Inquisitor. In their darkest dreams, no one imagines I would assassinate Celine myself. All I need is to keep you out of the ballroom long enough. A pity you'll miss the rest of the ball, Inquisitor. They'll kill her. Bring me the marked hand as proof. It will make a fine gift.
Just his tits. What was all that? Were those demons? There aren't any more of those blasted demons coming, right?
Aren't you supposed to be a soldier?
The pay's not good enough to keep. I knew Gaspard was a bastard, but I didn't think he'd feed me to fucking horrors over a damn...
Duke Gaspard?
Well, his sister. But it had to come from him, didn't it? And all that garbage she was spewing doesn't mean anything. Gaspard had to be the mastermind.
Tell me...
The Duke wanted to move on the palace tonight, but he didn't. So he hired me and my men. He had to offer us triple our usual pay to come to Orlais.
I don't know if I'm more shocked that Gaspard...
You and me both.
Impressively ruthless of... We're after one assassin, right? Should the rest...
You saved my life. I owe... You want me to talk to the Empress, or the court, or sing a blasted...
fiancés here.
Thank the Maker you're back. The Empress will begin her speech soon. What should we do?
The Grand Duchess is the assassin. Don't let her anywhere near the Empress.
Duchess?
Let all gathered attend.
Beaten at every turn. You stole the moment of my triumph, just as you stole the demon army from Merimond. And now you've chased a defenseless woman into the garden. Are you proud of yourself?
You were about to murder the Empress. We both...
True, you never were. The night is still young. All I need to recover is to kill you, Inquisitor. So good of you to attend my soirée.
Come back, Florian! Don't you want to dance? Let's look around.
Your sister attempted regicide in front of the entire court, Gaspard.
You're the spy master. If anyone knew this atrocity was coming, it was you.
You don't deny your involvement.
I do deny it. I knew nothing of Florian's plan.
I don't know which is better. That you think I'm all-seeing, or that you're trying so...
Enough! We will not bicker while Tevinter plots against our nation. For the safety of the Empire, I will have answers.
I wouldn't have caught Florian in time without
You were working...
Of course.
Thanks to Briala.
Hired thugs. I didn't expect you to stoop...
Don't be naive, Celine.
Keep talking, Gaspard. Eventually, you'll convince somebody.
Here, I have the letter Gaspard penned.
Can you blame me? Considering what transpired, preparing to repel an attack was the cost.
And he murdered a council emissary in the servants' court. Briala found...
In light of overwhelming evidence, we have no choice but... You are hereby sentenced to death.
You have enough proof to dissolve his support for the throne, Your...
As a favor to you, Gaspard, you are hereby banished from the Empire.
Is that...
Thank you, Inquisitor. I owe you my life. You have done a service for the Empire never to be forgotten, my friend. This piece is your doing. Orlais will never... Lords and ladies of the court, those who drove... Gaspard de Chalon is guilty of treason. He is no longer our... We have lost enough. In our hour of need. It is the honor of Orlais to... And in ages to come, will you address the court, my friend?
Ending the war was the first step.
Well, we of the court must use... But that... Tonight, feast, my...
The Orlesian nobility make drunken toasts to your... Do you tire so quickly of their congratulations, Inquisitor? 'Tis most fickle, after...
There's plenty of opportunity.
I had no wish to interrupt your... By imperial decree, Celine wishes to offer you any and all aid, including mine. Congratulations.
I had no idea...
The assignment has been... Celine knows you face an opponent who wields great magical power, which is far more important. You will require my... Regardless, Corypheus is a threat to Orlais, and to...
What skills do you...
I have knowledge which... I suspect this is also true of Corypheus. Mundane knowledge will not bring the rift in the sky to a close, after all.
When you say knowledge...
I know many obscure, forgotten, and forbidden arts. Should thought of that frighten you, allow me to offer reassurance. Knowledge alone does no harm. What I possess...
Welcome to...
A most... I shall meet...
Hey you! They brought out the booze and now Delancet is trucking guts into Lord Sumget's help. You're missing the fun part. What's wrong?
Sarah, everything is...
Yes, you could. You could be in there with me, getting stupid. Come on, let's have some fun. It's our turn.
Sarah.
I don't... You be careful, or I will absolutely stomp your pinky.
Is that innuendo?
No, it's up the front.
The matter is urgent, Lady Josephine.
I am well aware of that, revered mother.
We will need them to return to Val Royeaux as soon as possible. There are ceremonies.
That's quite impossible at the...
My Lady Inquisitor, please, may I have a word with you? With the political turmoil put to rest...
I have already told you, revered mother. Lady Leliana and Seeker Cassandra cannot be...
But surely with the support of the Empire, the Inquisition will not be harmed by the loss of just 2 souls.
Why do you...
They were Her Holiness's most trusted advisors. They could rally the Grand Clerics to follow as no candidate from the clergy has been able to.
Leliana and Cassandra...
Not yet. But there is precedent. Other times when clerics remained dead, Lady Liliana and Seeker Cassandra were Justinia's... Our late divine is still held in high esteem. To honor her...
How long does the...
Several months, at least. If one of them is crowned divine, she would not be returning to the Inquisition.
These aren't just...
For the sake of Thedas.
This will have to be... The Inquisitor has only just... You must excuse... Don't let them detract from your... We've beaten his wardens and stopped his... Cullen is hoping to press our advantage. We'll plan our next...
Speak.